Hi, it looks like the barber has shut down. I just went by. He hasn't been open for now. Putin's saying, send shit into, pardon me, send stuff into Ukraine and it's over. But that's okay. Symbolism. Bad news. This is made for your honor to consider. Bad news all around. Bad news everywhere. Factions and such here, there, every religion. But just the two that are important in my mind right now that are talking together. Talking together. Um, it's never going to work. Never, ever, 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 ever will. I mean, we heard Mr. Zerubbabel. He gave a more acrimonious appraisal of attempting to, I'll say, penetrate the chosen people. Penetrate, in other words, anybody home? Nope. Okay. Then on the other side, and the chosen people, because of the lineage, and everything's based upon them, stems from Adam and Eve. And then you've got 2.2 billion Christians who say basically, take all your rules and all your mitzvahs and everything and bye bye. Never, 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 ever will you go against your parents' religion. I won't. So it's never going to work. Oh, well. Oh, well, we tried. And then I started, and this came from just continuing to watch the YouTubes and then watch the amazing you on that Israel News Talk broadcast with that gal and the other honorable rabbi. Your kids, man, your kid just wiped it out. Okay, just like that. Everybody was owned by you. Okay. Look, the kid, just gravitas, everything. There, I'm continuing. I haven't finished it. I'm taking my time. I'm relishing. You know how you save an email or a chat to relish? Oh, it's so important. That YouTube is important. Now, so, well, hey, sayonara. But then I had a thought, synapse fired up, my brain, atoms composed. I thought, wait a minute now. Christians all can go, get your rules out of here. Why? Because it started in a temple 2022 years ago in a temple. Well, actually, 2000. In fact, the significance is coming up in April. We call it Easter, rising from the dead, sending into heaven. And all of us goy believe that shit. But it's not excrement because here's what's going on. I'm just going to pose this to whoever takes the time to watch this. Symbology, lots of it going around, and faith. So 2022 years ago, in some few weeks, comes Passover, and then also Easter. Interesting correlation. I always found that fascinating. And historically, in real life, there was a sacrifice of a Jewish prophet by Romans who were instructed by others to kill this man because why? He had come into town, Jerusalem, and he went into the temple and he had a bone to pick in the temple, real life. What's going on in this temple, this holy sacred temple? What are you doing? You may have started that way, trying to reason. Get the hell out of here. You that renegade bastard. I didn't know that. He was looked at as a bastard. Eesh, what a term. Um, 2022 years ago, 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 2022 and then maybe progressed, and and he just, whoa, just viciously, angrily, it said, took it down. Get it out of here. Mammon, get it out of here. Here, get it out of my father's house. What's it doing in here? This is a holy, sacred place. Now, why are we changing money in here? So this prophet was crucified, that us 2.2 billion Christians, but the Christians, as I said, the ones currently that don't turn the other cheek, that are bombing other countries, godly nation, no, not even close. Christians teaching and knowing. Jews have knowledge that Christians don't know. Christians have knowledge that Jews don't know. But it all starts with money. So in real life, 22 years ago, there was an exchange, there was a scene, God versus Mammon. God, in the representative of his own flesh, said, get it out of here. And then he was crucified, dead. And when he was crucified as a sacrifice, he said, you know what? Let's complete this. Real world. Let's complete it. And supposedly, I wasn't there, but historians, some have said a 60-foot temple curtain that divides the inner from the outer, the inner sanctum from the outer. God. Once a year, a priest can visit and splash blood and such and such. A 4-inch fabric, took 300 rabbis to maneuver it, ripped in half. Come on in. And Christians, for the most part, as far as I know, all neglected the sacrifice, their perfection. Isaiah 1:18, yet though your sins be as scarlet, red, blood, death, I only see snow. Satan was conquered. The head of the snake was conquered 2022 years ago. There's no Satan. There's only the construct of the human mind, which is capable of both darkness and light. So all this Satan stuff is, even Christians are ignorant of that. So that was real life 2022 years ago. Rip, temple, and then Christians came out of that. But they never accepted the sacrifice for their perfection. Now let's move forward where we are today and why we can't, and we'll never get along for the unity. It's supposed to be unity for everybody, but not now, not like this. But again, back to the symbology, real life. Now let's go to what may have been thought about in advance. Well, all these Christians go on, and now in the fullness of time, 2022 years, internet and infrastructure and cars and boats and planes and every convenience under the sun. And money again. Please, somebody tell me that this whole battle isn't about money. That's paper. What you got? What you got? It's about money. So I surmise that since Christians never learned, and Christians built supposedly the United States of America, the petrodollar that dominates through violence, Christian nation, no, not even close. Not even close. So the Christians have rejected the cornerstone, just like the Jewish people were accused and are accused of rejecting Jesus, Reb Shua. Cause, Mammon. Christians have rejected Reb Shua's sacrifice. Cause, money. So I only see one resolve for this impossible dilemma. Belief. Belief. Your belief, our belief. The symbology is 2022 years ago. The adjudication came down. Get this money out of the temple. I'm going to suggest in this 10-minute exactly YouTube that we're there now because of the mind. Hope you can understand that. Money. Christian nation has turned its back on the cornerstone, just like they're accusing the Hebrew nation of doing so. With that commonality, what do you think? money. Now, he dispensed all the. I know it's tough to. Anyway, you need support in accepting perfection. Once you do, with support, true support, life gets well, unless you're on a mission.